In August, Planned Parenthood announced that Shireen Ghorbani would be taking over as CEO and president of the nonprofit's Utah affiliate, Planned Parenthood Association of Utah. Ghorbani joins the organization after serving as a Democrat on the Salt Lake County Council and as a former congressional candidate. For context, in 2023, the U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade, which was the precedent that guaranteed abortion access as a constitutional right. When this happened, it triggered a nearly total abortion ban. Immediately, Planned Parenthood Association of Utah sued, and the law was put on hold. As it stands, abortion access remains legal in Utah up to 18 weeks as the case continues. In talking with Ghorbani, she says that she's looking to take the organization on the offensive at a time when Republican politicians are looking to impose more restrictive reproductive care restrictions and target Planned Parenthood specifically.
You know, one of the things that I feel like gets lost in the story of Planned Parenthood is really the notion of Planned Parenthood. We are thrilled to help support people in finding their way to the families that they envision for themselves in the future, you know, that they would like to build. But what's happened is that the story of the actual care that we provide, the vast majority of what patients are seeking when they walk through our doors, is not what's understood to be who we are. And that has been done for political gain in this state and across this entire country. Well over 95% of what we do is that core family planning services. And when that is stripped away, what we're talking about is a situation where we just understand that more people will be seeking abortion care.
Last year, the Utah Supreme Court sent that case back to the lower courts and ruled that the state's trigger ban would remain blocked while the case proceeded. The next hearing for the near total abortion ban in Utah is in April of 2026.
And I think it's perfectly reasonable that people would have a variety of deeply held beliefs on the issue of abortion. And I think it's really important that when we engage in these conversations that we do it with a sense of care and grace and openness to really hearing what people experience in a country where access to healthcare is complex, where decisions that are being made by this federal government are making it harder and harder for individuals to access the primary care that we provide, which is birth control, STI testing and treatment, cancer screenings.
In the meantime, Planned Parenthood is feeling the effects of changes to Title X. Title X is a federal program that provides affordable birth control and other reproductive health services to low-income individuals. In Utah, Planned Parenthood is the only entity to receive Title X funds, making Utah one of 7 states to lose the entirety of its Title X federal funding. In response, Utah's Planned Parenthood was forced to close 2 out of its 8 locations, the 2 that were the furthest from Salt Lake City and the most accessible to the most rural residents.
We are living in an environment that it is becoming fundamentally harder for folks to take control of their sexual and reproductive lives in tangible ways. I genuinely think this may be the most difficult and darkest time when it comes to the stripping away of people's access, the lack of access to healthcare, the kind of misinformation that's out there around everything from birth control to vasectomy, just all of it, right? And the fact that we're also living in an environment right here in Utah where they're also stripping away access to education.
The Republican-controlled Utah legislature has barred Planned Parenthood from teaching sex education in schools, something that the organization has done for the last 50 years.
This is a perfect storm, and I cannot think of anything that I would rather do more with every single hour that I have than work to try to protect people's freedoms when it comes to planning their lives and getting the care that they need.